Chose poorly.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Fucking bored, man.
Oh.
Anyway, stop being me, right? Counterculture's in your face. Trying to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you'll never see us again.
Previously on the recap.
Justin is in the chat with the super chat here, so let's take a look. Hit that like button, or Hasbro will release Wave 2 of MCU Eternals. Now that's spooky.
But y'all don't say that.
See, you heard it here, folks. If we're ever cursed with a Wave 2 of Eternals figures, you know who to blame. You can always head over to Justin's channel, his Instagram, blame him directly, because it'll be his fault. But who's not at fault is anybody that will be here tonight. So this is the recap. This is your favorite Friars Day show, the inconsistent show about the consistent flow of toy news and information. This is the recap. It's Thursday. Lorenz pointed something out to me earlier that I've become a little bit too consistent. I think 3 Thursdays in a row here. So next week, maybe we just show up on Sunday, or I got to do something. Way too consistent, but got to get back on brand. Anyway, welcome. We're going to talk some toy news tonight, see what's been going on for the last week or so. Looking into the weekend, we've got Legions Con coming up. So some good stuff. We've winded down a little bit. MCM, Luca, had some stuff come out of that. Now maybe we get a little bit of reprieve heading into the holidays, maybe some sales on the horizon to kind of backtrack where you've missed out, fill some gaps in your collection without having to spend all the dough. But anyway, folks, of course, if you've been here before, you know the drill. If you haven't been here before, well, welcome. Thank you for stumbling into this. It's pretty simple concept, right? We just come, a few of us will come hang out. We'll talk toys, we'll talk news, see what's going on. Pretty decent time. Of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And if you're feeling up for it, you can join a cult. It is an option. I want to give a shout out to the cult members right now. And welcome Figure Cave Collectibles. Last week, he decided to join the cult, and that's how it works. Pretty easy. You do see Just Justin Collects on there. If you're familiar with this show, you're probably familiar with Justin and the show he has on his channel on Saturday nights. That is Collecting Justified at 9 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. Always a good time, centered on a topic. This is your news show. That's your just hang out, have a conversation, have a discussion type show. So if you like this, maybe you'll like that. If you hate this, you'll probably like that a little bit better. But anyway, I don't do this alone. I do have a couple of folks joining me this week. Before I do bring everybody on, I do just want to make a slight announcement about adjustments going forward for the recap. So typically this has been a open forum type show where it can get pretty chaotic and everybody just comes on. And while I love that, and I'll still do that from time to time, I'm going to shift a little bit to where it'll always be open to members. So if you are a channel member, you have an open invitation to join the recap. And then other than that, it'll be invite only for at least a little bit into the future, kind of see how that plays out, shifting the format slightly, not totally, because this is a community show and it does require a group effort to have a conversation about what's going on in collecting. But just so everybody's kind of aware of what's going on for now going forward. But again, tonight I do have a couple of folks joining me. So the co-host of the recap here, Alexi, has chosen to be a little bit late tonight, make a dramatic entrance, I guess, fashionably late, whatever. But returning to the stage, I do have with me Compulsive Collector. John, what's going on? Welcome.
Not much. What's going on with you?
Not much. Halloween was last weekend, so coming out of that, then
you had a pretty long stream last week too.
Over 3 hours. It was
took me days to get through that.
It's always when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have a nice, easy stream, not a whole lot to talk about. Maybe I can wrap this up in a solid 90 minutes. And then, of course, that turns into 3.5 hours. So,
well, Jennifer didn't feel up to going with me, but I went anyway to see Scowl that night.
Okay, nice.
I did not stay for Tsunami. Jennifer was home, not feeling great, so I didn't want to drag it out. But Scowl was amazing, so that was a very fun show.
Very cool, very good. Did you guys get up to anything else over the weekend? Or
she was fine on Friday. And so like we went out for Halloween and stuff, and then like we came home that night and watched Sinners.
Nice. I still haven't watched that, and I really, really want to. I haven't heard anything bad about it. So
there are the first things about it that are that was the first time I've seen it. Then there are things about it that are absolutely amazing. I would say that my favorite that we watched this year though was Weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, and it caught me by surprise because I thought it looked interesting, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it ended up being.
All right, so I got to add that to the list as well. I think so. Alexi has arrived. I'll bring him on. I'm pretty sure he's seen Weapons recently as well. If not, then I may be just spreading lies on the internet. But two things can be true, I suppose.
Boys got toys, he's on the scene. Batman, girls, and Joker's person out of the scenes. From an animated series to the movie line, he's gotta catch them all one bat at a time.
What up? Sorry I'm late.
I just figured it was, dramatic entrance.
Yeah. It was just one of those things. Well, first of all, I had to clear space on my table because I'm working on a display up here, doing a home this old shelf, and I have all of the figures like here on the table that are going to go on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
So here's my hands for scale. That's how big this pile of figures are.
Take a look at this. Oh yeah.
It's a lot to have to sort out and pose and display.
Yeah, that's it. So I had to move all of that stuff over. And then I couldn't find the headphones that I usually use, so I had to do that. And then, you know how it goes. Didn't have time to get booze. Didn't have time to set up properly. So happy Thursday.
It's just all falling apart. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did make it because I'm here, and this is true, to talk Mcfarlane and Weeb shit tonight. So,
oh fuck yeah,
hell yeah.
And just to be clear, what I said, Kenny, was I've been taking Weapons to theaters lately.
Yes. Easily
different,
confused on that.
Yeah, slightly different me. No, we did see it though in theaters, and it's fun.
It's good. Gonna check it out. So we went and saw Good Fortune, the Keanu Reeves movie. Recently, that was the most recent.
Good.
How'd you like it?
What's that one? What's that one about?
So he's an angel. It's like him, Seth Rogen, and Aziz Ansari. Yeah. It's a comedy. It's a little silly, but it's not terrible. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily recommend taking a trip to the theater for it, but
right.
It's worth a watch at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure we saw something else, but I can't remember. So I guess it wasn't that notable. Because we have like a movie pass type thing, so pay like a flat rate.
Yeah.
But I got to go a couple of times a month to make it worth my while. So.
Yeah. We have like
it was
7 or 8. We have 7 or 8 like free movie tickets. So we got them because we helped Amanda's grandma like clean out her room, and she like never wants to leave the house. So she was like, yeah, just take them. So now we have a bunch of like AMC tickets.
Sweet. Free movie tickets, always a good thing. I'll take that.
You're gonna have to use one to get a ticket for the Avatar movie, just so we can go see that Doomsday trailer.
Yeah,
I'm not paying for Avatar.
Refuse. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the chat real quick, and then we'll start talking some action figures. Dan was there nice and early, and I really hate how StreamYard doesn't. It just makes it look like people are typing incoherently. But I assure you, there are little emojis to go along with that. So. JB was out there. Hit that like button. There you go. Cute goal. Adrian's out there. A moment of silence for all the Diamond Select pre-orders that got canceled by Big Bad this week. Yeah, and we'll be talking about that. Don't worry. I got that email as well. So it's a whole thing this week. But I mean, we knew it was coming. Just that final confirmation, I guess, was that little bit extra. Professor Soundwaves, Zion. What's going on, guys? Chi. What's up? Evening. Kevin Beatty. What's going on? What's going on? Lorenz. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Alexi. John.
Lorenz ducking me again this week.
I think it's starting to look a little planned at this point. But he may be here, so I don't know. Any little bit of surprise, Lorenz has an open invitation. So, okay, so let's see what we've got going on. Okay, so this week you had some Legends pre-orders go up. Last week we talked about the reveals from Luca, and this was one of the reveals you got from Luca for Legends. I think we all kind of ended up at like, yeah, it's a decent upgrade. Great for people who don't have Nimrod. Some of us considering replacing our current Nimrods for this one. That did go up for pre-order this week. A little bit of price confusion though. So you've got $46.99 listed on Pulse. However, Entertainment Earth and Big Bad both dropped their prices to $39.99 within an hour of the figure going up for pre-order. Alexi, I'm assuming, went to go grab his Nimrod or I don't know.
Oh, dude, I grab my Nimrod on stream all the time.
But so I didn't pre-order this yet. I think I'm gonna get it eventually, but this one I'm gonna kind of sit and wait on. Alexi, I know you have the other one.
It's still out here on the table with all these
told you it's going to grab it.
Yeah, I'm cool with this one. So I didn't end up pre-ordering this. I did see that a few people were, I don't want to say victim, but a few people were able to take advantage of the price change thing. Was it BBTS that corrected it to 40?
And Entertainment Earth as well.
And yeah. So really no reason to order this from Pulse unless they're sold out over there already.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Like, yeah. Oh, Nerdzoic also dropped it at $39.99. So pretty much all of your larger online fan channel retailers dropped it to 40, and Pulse is sitting here at 47. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe there's more channels it has to go through at Hasbro, like BBTS, especially Nerdzoic. He could be drunk one night and be like, "This is $29 now."
It's a drunken sale. I like it.
Just happened right there. Yeah. So maybe at Hasbro, it has to like bounce off the satellites of admin down to marketing and all of this other stuff.
Very well could be. Could be. Yeah. John, any use for a Nimrod?
No, the Nimrod I have works just fine. I don't need a replacement. So
That's it. It's good to go.
I mean,
it's
for
out there.
people who don't have that and don't want to buy the 3-pack, though, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Do you have all 3 figures from the 3-pack, John?
Yeah.
Okay, I sold my Phantom X and that version of Psylocke, so I just have the Nimrod now.
No, that's my preferred Psylocke, like the look of what they've done. And I like Phantom X. Like the figure's not great, but it's better than the old Phantom X was. So it was like a
definitely.
little bit of an upgrade, and I love the character. So yeah, I kept all 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wasn't
same.
the old one like ball joint hips?
Yeah, it was rough.
Yikes.
Let's see. Rich, displayed once, has decided to join the cult. Well, Rich, welcome. Okay, well, look at that. We're growing stronger each week. I don't know if that's good or bad, but so. All right. So we had that. Some other pre-orders that went up this week. These were from the MCM announcements. So we knew these were coming, but Zap, Crazy Legs, and the female Crimson Guard did go up for pre-order on the 4th. So those are out there. Eventually I'm in on all 3 of these. I didn't pre-order anything, but definitely go in on these. John, you looking forward to any of these, or do you?
I ordered the Crimson Guard and Zap. I didn't want the Night Force Crazy Legs. I sold that, and I don't want this Crazy Legs because he's just screaming, and I don't like that. There's no other option for that. It's just not going to look right in my display, so I'll just skip it. I don't have a big connection to the character or anything. Yeah. So
I will say, like, it is kind of odd that they only give the screaming head, but no open parachute.
It's weird.
So it's like screaming.
Yeah.
For nothing.
When a shoot didn't deploy.
Yeah. Right. Could be. Right. It's only a coincidence we aren't on together, John, but I'll see you next week. I had to drop in and say hey before heading to bed. Under the weather, and he took his NyQuil already. So
yeah, see, he knows I'm traveling for another concert next week, so he's not slick.
I see. It's a plan all along. Alexi, how many Crazy Legs do you feel like you need to get?
Crazy
Legs. Some custom parachutes and just have them like hanging from the ceiling.
We have so many plastic bags under our sink. I could just put one of those on him and then throw him off the roof, and he'll probably sink and it won't deploy. That's how my mom broke her arm when she was a kid.
Trying to parachute off the roof.
With an umbrella.
Does not work, folks.
Movies aren't real, kids. Movies aren't real. I don't collect classified. And I forgot what stream I was watching, but someone was saying like, man, they're coming up with names I've never even heard of. I don't know if that's true here because I've never heard of most Joes. But I also heard that the female Crimson Guard was kind of a nice pickup if you wanted some more Crimsons or if you wanted to, put some variants into your Crimson Guard overall. I don't collect Joes, so these are all easy passes for me. Are like you guys were mentioning Crazy Legs is a repaint or a reissue. Are the other 2 also?
No, this is the first time. Zap was one of the original 13 G.I. Joe figures. And this is the first time they've gotten to him. And then the woman Crimson Guard, I don't think was ever even a 1/18 scale one of those. But it's a very cool, like, different thing to add to the display. I was in on one of those easily.
Sounds woke.
The good old Crimson Guard. Okay, well, guess I'll just get out of there and let's talk about some Mcfarlane, because I know you guys both are heavy Mcfarlane collectors and really clamoring at the opportunity to get this Merciless. So here we go. Also, it went up for pre-order this week on Amazon. This isn't out yet because I saw one at GameStop a week ago. I don't know. I have no interest in this, but I found that kind of interesting itself.
Okay. Do you have any? Did you read the Dark Knight's story, or I'm sorry, Dark Knight's Metal or Dark Knight's Death Metal, which I think these are from Death Metal?
I did not, so I
No?
have
Okay.
no connection to this, no desire for it. As far as McFarlane stuff, I guess it doesn't look the worst.
I feel like these guys just stepped out of a Avenged Sevenfold Hail to the King music video.
It does give that vibe.
Yeah. I did read Dark Knights and Dark Knight's Death Metal. It was a time when they were just using the shit out of Batman Who Laughs. He's since been defeated and pushed into more obscurity. I do want to get a version of him for my shelf, but the McFarlane ain't it, Chief. Same thing with Merciless. The Merciless that InArt showed off looks really cool. It's a fun representation. If you're not familiar with Merciless, chat or replay crew, it's Bruce Wayne in a dark universe where he defeats Ares and he ends up taking his armor. And he also kills someone close to him while fighting for the armor, but I won't spoil that for you. And that's why he looks all miserable and, bearded out. If you collect McFarlane, it's right up your alley, but I don't. So
here we are.
Yeah.
Professor Soundwaves made a comment. I don't know the laws in the States, but here in Canada, it's illegal to do that. It would be a big collective legal suit. Maybe I missed when that comment came in. Now I'm curious. Professor Soundwaves, curious. But yeah, these are not really doing anything for me here, but the base is kind of good. Yeah, I agree with Z-Man. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over here. This one seemed to be very popular this week. Everybody really loved the size of this figure, it seemed like. No complaints. Didn't see a single one. This did go up for pre-order yesterday, $140.
Yesterday, yeah. Mezco is crazy for this one. Not for the figure itself, but for the price and the shipping. Like, I don't know what's happening over there. Mez is, instead of a drunk sale, he's doing a drunk price increase because this thing was like $140, and then with shipping from at least shipping to California, made it like $180 out the door, and I was like, that's a lot. But at BBTS, they had him listed for $150 for like $4 shipping. So it's like $180 or $154. Probably if you order it from BBTS, it's going to be a little later than other people. So maybe it's worth it to get that sweet review revenue to order for the $180. But I haven't pre-ordered this. I do want it. I'm Hulk-less. I don't have a green Hulk.
Sure.
I have an MCU Hulk from Avengers Assemble, SH Figuarts, but I sold the Maximum Hulk $25 Legion X, so I went super cheap on that. And they liked it, and they knew that the chest was torn and everything, and he was like, "No problem, I'll buy it." So now I don't have a green Hulk, and because of that, I think I am gonna get this, but I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Can you go back a couple images to the clap, the Gamma clap or Thunder clap? This one, I'm a little suspect. I don't know if this figure can actually do that. And Mezco is guilty of posing their figures in ways in the promos that they can't actually hit in real life. So this one sends my eyebrow up, kind of like his eyebrows are like a super orbital ridge right there. But I do think he's cool size-wise for Thor, which I think is, I don't remember, the one where he's catching his hammer or his punch. They're fighting each other.
Yeah. There we go.
That one, yeah. So if Thor's pretty big, then this looks like he could be solid size. Or maybe he's down on one knee because he's going to make a commitment. No, because maybe he is like big, like maybe as big as Hulk, so they wanted to make him look smaller. But where did you see a lot of those complaints about his size? Was that Instagram?
Yeah, I think probably Reddit, because the only good stuff happens on Reddit. So
Yeah.
there was a picture of this in between the Select Immortal Hulk and the Maximum Hulk, and it just looked a little small. And then I'm in a like group chat with a bunch of people who collect Mezco figures, and they all kind of said it seemed a little small, but
Okay. The thing about the Immortal Hulk though is he's like way oversized, and a lot of people like a giant Hulk for their
that's
display.
a really fair point. Yeah,
but that Immortal Hulk from Select is huge, like huge. It was like almost as big as the 3-0 Hulkbuster, which is also like 7-8 inch scale.
Yeah.
So for my taste, I think the Select looks beautiful, but I think it's oversized, which is why I ended up selling mine and going for the Legends.
Yeah.
And then I got burned on that, so I'm ready to open up to be heard again.
Time's a charm.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it this time. But no, you bring up a good point about the Select Hulk being big. Like that was a complaint from the get-go with that figure, but everybody kind of has let that slide and just said like, oh, this is the best looking Hulk that there is, right? And this Hulk will probably scale more correctly. I say correctly, but he's drawn different sizes, right? So more to some people's preference.
What do you think, John?
I'm good with the anniversary Marvel Legends Hulk. Like, I know
the 20th.
Yeah, I don't think
or the 80th 2-pack.
No, the 20th. Yeah, I don't think I ever need another Hulk. Like, I'm fine with that one.
The effect piece that 20th comes with, the ground pound effect, that thing is pretty cool.
Yeah. It is cool.
That was one of the things that also kind of won me over with this set, is that it comes with some pretty cool impact effects and a ton of heads, like 6 different heads. That's solid.
Yeah. Yeah. The accessories and effects and stuff are what I always like about the Mezco figures. Like I'm not into the soft goods, so like the figures aren't my bag, but the accessories that they pack with them are always just fantastic.
Yeah, like this light post is cool. Beam.
Yeah. That other image with him fighting the Thing, I think, also makes him look pretty solidly scaled.
Oh yeah. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, I mean.
So he actually varies I'm looking up what Hulk's height is in the comics, and it looks like he varies between 6, 7. Just kidding. Savage Hulk is like 7'6", though initially 7 feet, but can grow taller as he gets angrier. So that could be your Marvel Select. Gray Hulk, or Joe Fixit, is 6'6". So that would be like, I have Gray Hulk right here from the 2-pack with Bruce Banner. Oh my God, there's so much cat hair on there. So that would be 6'6" if you call Marvel Legends scale. And then Merged Hulk, which is Smart Hulk, he's 7'6", so back to giant. And then Planet Hulk, or World War Hulk, is 8'8", so he's the largest. Titan Hulk, which is in the recent Donny Cates run, can grow to at least 30 feet in height. I'm guessing he's fighting Godzilla at that point. But the point is, Hulk can vary. Yeah. So it's subjective. Who would have thought in this art field with action figures that it's subjective?
So you do get these impact effects too. These look, So to John's point, like the stuff they pack in is always pretty solid. The light post, the impact effects, several things. So I like that.
Yeah. Zion Collectibles in the chat is with you, John. They say I got the 20th Hulk right now, and I prefer that face sculpt over the Maximum.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Whoa, got it for 140. Oh, he's talking. They must be talking about Mezco Hulk. I was like, it's too much for the 20th.
Yeah.
Got it.
Dude.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna order it. I'm just gonna wait until next payday or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we have until summer of next year. So
real quick, backtracking on Professor Soundwaves. So there was a first part to the comment that I missed. So I was talking about the price changes. So how Hasbro had advertised the New York Comic Con exclusives, Pythona at $39.99, Transformer at $74.99. But then when they went up on Pulse, they were $46.99 and $89.99 respectively. Yeah.
Okay. So in Canada, someone can get arrested for that. Well, they care about their citizens in Canada.
This is just the way it is. Yeah.
Maple syrup commies.
Yeah. I mean, just like with the Legends on Amazon, right? They're all like fluxing up to $29.99. So,
which honestly may be because my first thought on that was the dynamic pricing thing, but it could also be just a way to encourage people to pre-order early instead of waiting for those discounts to just convince people in their head like, oh, I better pre-order this earlier. I'm going to pay more for it.
Absolutely. A good example of that is the Mess Toys Superior Spider-Man or Ultimate Neighbor, Superior Neighbor, whatever you want to call him. I had him on AliExpress. I was looking at him yesterday just because I was bored at work. And I was like, it was like $30. And I was like, and then I decided not to. And then Robo posts a review of the figure on his channel. And I was like, damn it. And I watched the review and I was like, well, I guess I got to get it now. It's a sign. And I went to buy it again today and it was up to $40 because Robo did the review. That's the only explanation.
My hope is that it has the adverse effect and turns people off from pre-ordering the figures altogether. And then they just like drop in price significantly. And I'm just dreaming here. So just let me live this fantasy for a moment. But, then prices come back down to $24.99 because they realize like, people just aren't willing to do the $27.99 and definitely not the $29.99. But we're all, addicted to the grind here, I guess. I don't know. There's problems, right? So anyway,
some more than others.
That's my dream. Yes.
Yeah. Z-Man 12 in the chat. Alexi, there's different stores. I recommend the links from Display Action Channel. I ended up getting a coupon from AliExpress. So I only paid with shipping, I think it was $42. And actually, it's not even coming from Asia. So it's coming from your neck of the woods, Chi Collects. I bought it from an Australian store. So hopefully that means I don't have to pay some stupid tariff on it.
Hopefully.
But we'll see.
All right. So this next one, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I think probably the last time, John, you were here. We have the Fangs, highly articulated jiu-jitsu inspired action figures. So the Kickstarter did launch. When did it launch? Because
today.
Okay, so
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just this afternoon. I think I was the fourth person to.
All right, so out of these 10, you're the number 4. Okay, got it. So maybe people just aren't like looking for this or know to look for it. But when we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, it's a cool project. I like it. I'd be curious to see how this pans out. How much time do they have?
45 days. Okay. So I don't know how that affects it. It doesn't seem to be getting much attention so far. So maybe it like they'll be able to get it some publicity and get some eyes on it. I hope so. I'd like to have them. They look fun.
Yeah. Well, they definitely look fun. I mean, it's super random, but it's just a fun action figure thing. You got ninja, wolves from jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu specifically, from what I was reading down there. So
yeah. Yeah, and I knew I wanted at least a couple of them, but like when I looked at it, I think it was like $140 for a set of all 4 characters. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. But I don't know. I don't know how much interest there's going to be in it. I don't know if it's going to work. It doesn't seem like a good start. But then again, like, things like this, they don't have the kind of reach that bigger companies doing crowdfunding do. So if they get it in front of enough eyeballs, maybe it'll be successful.
That's true. Rich should have called one Spaniel son. Seems like a missed opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, this is something that people got to talk about, get the word out there, and then people will find it. And I imagine it will get there. This is one of those things that is just random enough to get, and everybody loves dogs, so.
As popular as those sexy anime animal, like what is it, humanoid animal figures are getting? Like I forgot who does it's like a fox mechanic or something like that. Snail Shell, maybe they do a couple. There's that cow chick. As popular as those are, I would assume that the pendulum has to swing to the other way, where people are like, I want some beefy karate dudes that are animals.
Right. This is the previous project, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are out there too. So that's, I mean,
I certainly get why they would be a little less exciting than like the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. But like, there's a lot more that goes into those figures. Like I do get that, but this has a pretty low goal for a set of 4 action figures. I'm sure because the bodies are already tooled up and everything. But
yeah,
I would very much like them to happen. I'll be bummed if they don't.
But Lexi, to your point, yeah, I mean, with popularity of characters like that, I can't see this.
There's real world Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, exactly. So early bird 4-pack, $140. After that, it'll go to $150, and then they got all in sets. Yeah, so it's good stuff. You get sticker for patches for the stretch goals, magnets. It's cool stuff. It's out there, folks. Kickstarter, Fangs, highly articulated jiu-jitsu inspired action figures. If you like dogs, motherfucker, it's a place to go. So that's what I got for you. All right. Speaking of other ninja inclined animals that, anyway, here's some Ninja Turtle stuff. So if you haven't gotten enough of these punk turtles yet, Punk Leo, Punk Raph are coming back for a little extra, but you get Scrag this time. I don't know who Scrag is, but this gets too deep in the Turtles lore for me. I guess I do know Scrag. That's Scrag. Okay. But you got that going on. NECA store exclusive, which those are always fun to deal with. I do like the Punk Turtles, though. I did get that 4-pack. I'm a fan of those, but
what's shipping like from NECA when you order directly?
It's not free. I'll tell you that. I think last time I looked at something, I mean, I feel like it wasn't even reasonable shipping prices either. It was something probably like $15 to $18 for
shipping should not be that expensive for ordering directly from a company. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Oh, Q Colt in the chat. They send you everything twice for free.
That's why they have to charge all the extra shipping. Mm-hmm. They send all that free Donnie's layer stuff. But wasn't he a Loot Crate? Okay, so There you go. That's a good point too. So the
it's a
original
reissue.
swag was a Loot Crate exclusive. So if you thought that you had something there, you don't. Getting a new one. Alexi, any interest here?
No, I didn't get the Punk Turtles, and I got rid of my Toon Turtles stuff a while ago. So I've been Toon Turtle clean for about a year now. And I'll drink to that.
Cheers. John, I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
You can play the David clip if you want to.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good opportunity as any.
Z-Man's doing it in the chat.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, here's one that I assume will be some more passing, but it was Godzilla Day the other day, so
Okay.
I'd be remiss to not at least bring up a little Godzilla. So SH Monster Arts is giving you a 1954 and a 2014 version of Godzilla. You're looking at about $71 a pop for that representation. Are either of you big Godzilla fans?
I'm not. I've seen all the movies. Well, not all of the movies, like every single black and white one,
There's
but
so many, yeah.
yeah, I've seen all the modern ones, and I've seen the original one, but I don't have any representation in my collection.
Yeah, I have one Godzilla, just because I felt like I needed a Godzilla. So I'll be out on this.
I feel like if you wanted to have the bottom level or the lowest level of a complete Godzilla collection would be like Godzilla, Mothra, and Ghidorah, right? Like,
yeah,
you could throw Mecha Godzilla in there. You could throw the
to
tortoise
spice it up a little bit.
monsters. Yeah, but like those three would be like a finished display.
It's interesting to think like who is coming into this like, fuck yeah, 2014 Godzilla. I don't need that classic bullshit.
2014, that's the Bryan Cranston one, right?
Yeah.
Where
Which was I liked it,
isn't that the one where Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are like boyfriend girlfriend?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Elizabeth Olsen and what's his name? Aaron, I can't remember. Godzuki. Hell yeah. I forgot.
Godzuki.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like just a black and white recolor. So, all right, people love Godzilla, clearly. All right. 89 to 91. John, any Godzilla in your collection?
No, and I don't think I've seen a Godzilla movie since the one who was in it, like Hank Azaria and fucking Ferris Bueller.
Oh man, that was like 99 or
98, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I've just never
had that
been
soundtrack on CD. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. I don't think
What's a
I've just
CD?
never been into the kaiju. With one exception, the one kaiju movie I really liked was Monsters, that Gareth Edwards directed. That was really. It was before he did Rogue One.
Before your time.
Oh. Okay.
That was excellent, but it was good because it was such a character driven movie. It was way more about the characters than it was big monsters, and that's why I enjoyed that the most.
2010.
Well, I'd like to say that I don't have more Godzilla stuff to talk about, but it's not the case. So Super 7 also giving you a selection of Godzilla items. Little this, little that. Nothing all that good looking. You got some reaction in there. If you're into that kind of thing. No picture. There we go. Okay, so look, none of us are in on this. I'm just putting it out there for those that may be, and I guess this looks kind of fun. Super Mech.
Sick.
You get a little effect piece here. Okay. They've got options for you. Big beefy motherfucker here. Okay.
Wow.
All right. There you go. That's your Super 7 offerings from Godzilla. Happy Godzilla Day if you celebrate, I guess. All right. What else do we have? Okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Mezco is doing this Leatherface, but from the 2003 version. I don't know who's clamoring for this version of Leatherface. You know, I like some good classic horror stuff. These early 2000s remakes, for the most part, I'm passing on all of that. But it's out here if this is the one that you truly love, I guess.
Is this the Rob Zombie one?
No, he did Halloween. Did he do Chainsaw? No, because he did House of a Thousand Corpses, which is essentially Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? So, but yeah, if you're into horror, it's there. It's Leatherface. It looks true to the movie.
This is the Jessica Biel one.
Yeah.
Okay. Terrifying.
Okay.
Hey, like every other Mezco figure, it comes with some real fun looking accessories.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Head on a platter, blood effects.
Yeah.
Some extra face, a chainsaw. There you go.
Brutal.
Some jars. Fingers in a box.
What are those eyes?
You got ears and fingers. Oh,
on the
those
far
are
right.
Oh, in the jar, yeah. Eyes for your jars. Yeah. Small jar of eyeballs and large jar of eyeballs. There you go. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? Little 3-0 Mega Man.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask you if you're going to put this on, but I wasn't sure. So this is from Mega Man X, and this is when he goes up against Fireman, I think. Or it's a Maverick, actually, that are the villains from Mega Man X. And this is X himself when he has the rising fire power. I didn't get the 3-0. Well, so MDLX is the subline of 3-0. I didn't get their version of Mega Man. I still have the Jada Toys version. And he's actually a little bit bigger than their version of... They're on the bottom shelf, so they're a little cat hairy. But he's a little bit bigger than the 3-0 version. So I think I like this scaling better. Yeah. And I also like the classic version of Mega Man the most. But they're doing Zero, which is from Mega Man X, but he's essentially the Proto Man analog for Mega Man X, and he was one of my favorite characters to play with in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So I'm definitely going to be getting their Zero when he comes out. But this makes sense. It's pretty much the same mold as their regular version of X. It's an easy recolor, and it makes sense. I think even Jada has done the fire or the red version of Mega Man.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, so. And they should have some die-cast parts, which John was just talking about recently on another figure line, and that always makes the figure feel a little more valuable.
Yeah, that's cool. I love like that inclusion in figures because you're right. I mean, because it makes it gives it that heft, right? Just in your mind, you're like, oh yes, this is valuable. You can feel it. The fire effect looks really cool. Like sort of a tiered situation. All right.
Do you guys Mega Man at all, or?
Yeah, I have the Jada Mega Man. I like on NES. For those of you out there, for the kids, that's the Nintendo Entertainment System, the original. I used to fuck with some Mega Man. Yeah.
I had the first game. I wasn't super into it. I never played any other Mega Man games, and I haven't bought any of the stuff. But I mean, figures look nice for what they are.
Very good. So that's about $45. Goes on pre-order on the 9th. Comes out first quarter next year. Okay.
Oh yeah, I
4.7
forgot
inches
that
tall.
Hiya Toys. Yeah. Zion Collectibles in the chat. I think I might get the Hiya Toys Mega Man X since he's taller. Yeah, I forgot that they were doing one as well.
Everybody's in on the Mega Man game, huh?
Owing out that license.
Let's see. I think release wise. Oh no, I had one more, but I could not find it online. Let me see. What did I do with it? Here we go. Okay, so I saw this pop up. Blood Host of Dracula. John, do you know anything about these?
Yeah, they're the Foosh Toys skeleton molds.
Okay. Oh, that's a whole separate
They're
controversy.
doing figures with, because like they'd used the veteran William to do their werewolf figure, and now this is like a similar kind of thing, collaborating with another company and using their tooling to introduce some new things to Operation Monster Force.
Yeah, these look. I'm always down for some translucent plastic. These look cool.
These were the first Monster Force figures I did not order, just because I'm not a big fan of those skeletons. I like the boss fight skeletons a lot. These not quite as much. But
do you have any of the Horseman skeletons? The 4 Horsemen?
No, I'm not big on those either. They're just kind of chunky,
Okay. I was just going to ask how they compare.
Yeah.
Are these a con exclusive? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I really like the arm raising out of the pool of blood. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a cool effect. But I think that comes with the other what is it, Dark Directives, right? Because there are other figures for these Dark Directives.
Yeah, like they're doing another translucent red Dracula for it, because that was originally an exclusive last year. But you can get that with the different skeletons and everything on Big Bad Toy Store.
John, have you seen, since you're collecting a lot of these Monster Force and like similar style figures, have you seen what High School Creations is doing for his new project, like the Castle Diorama stuff?
Yes, I did.
Is that something you're interested in to go with these figures?
Not really. I definitely think something like that could make for a cool display, but that's just not what I'm looking for them,
Yeah. See, I'm pulling up the blood prints here because it's from the same like Dark Directives thing, and it does come with the like arm coming out of the blood pool there. Let's see. Here we go.
Gummy prints.
Yeah. Cherry flavored.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool display piece.
Yeah, for sure. I like this. So that one is currently up for pre-order on Big Bad. The other one, not yet. That's cool. All right. That actually was kind of the highlights from this week. Was there anything else that you guys saw that is worth mentioning? And then while we do that, if you have anything that you picked up this week, now would be a good time.
I didn't have anything else. The Zoo-Jitsu Kickstarter was the only thing that I noticed that I thought maybe you had might have missed for the week, but Kind of a slow week.
It was, and I'm almost thankful for that. Like it's been some pretty busy weeks the last few weeks.
Yeah,
ton of stuff going on. Alexi, did you have something?
Yeah. How about the Jujutsu Kaisen SH Figuarts announcements?
Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like I just saw that.
Yeah. It's 2 characters. There's a movie that's coming out soon. That's basically going to be their season 3 story arc. There's 2 seasons that are available on, I think, Netflix and HBO Max. And then, of course, there's a manga that it's based off of. And this is the weeb shit that John's been waiting for.
I knew it.
I've got some weeb shit for you myself. Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, that's exciting.
I was gonna say they're not exactly reissues. They're reissues of the character, but they're updates of the characters.
Are they on the Figuarts site itself?
I see them. They're on the Toy Migos Instagram, or they're probably on Toy Arc.
Toy Migos. I had Toy Arc open. Maybe I just missed it. Let's see, Ninja Gaiden. Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
Boom. So this is Yuta. Yuta is actually the protagonist from the first Jujutsu Kaisen movie. It's going to get a little timey-wimey because the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen came out, the anime, and then a movie came out, but the movie takes place before the first season. So you go the whole first season with this one protagonist, Yuji, who's actually the next figure. But then in the movie, when it comes out, Yuta, who we're looking at here, is the protagonist. And technically, he's the first protagonist in the timeline that's not, like all powerful. So they came out with a figure of Yuta before. It was a decent SH Figuarts, but this uses a lot of their updated articulation, a lot of their updated sculpting, and I missed out on the Yuta, the original one. So I'm definitely getting this because I have a full set of Jujutsu Kaisen figures from SH Figuarts, but I don't have Yuta. So I'm looking forward to this. And I'm looking forward to the movie that's coming out that Yuta is also kind of like starring in. So this should be pretty cool. That other character in this image is now the protagonist from season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And this is Yuji, or Itadori, which is his last name. And he's basically a kid, just like Jubilee in the X-Men the Animated Series is from the viewer's perspective. So every time a character informs Jubilee about something, they're informing the audience, right? Well, Yuji is that character for Jujutsu Kaisen when the viewer or the reader is introduced to it. So I already have the original version of Yuji. It's a pretty cool figure. This does have a lot of updates, and it's a good opportunity because just like Yuta, if you want to go back to get those figures that they're not making anymore, it's kind of pricey on the aftermarket. So a great opportunity to get your Yuji, your main character, without having to pay a scalper price. And then for myself to get the Yuta without having to pay the scalper price.
Fair enough. So those pre-orders go up tomorrow. So everybody's aware.
The one thing that I do critique about SH Figuarts and these figures specifically is the whole premise of the story is that these characters can harness and use cursed energy, which comes from like anger or sadness or like negative effects. So they should have a lot of like power effects, and they don't come with anything. I think the original Yuji came with like an energy fist effect, and that was about it. But he should be able to do, they can do whole like rooms of energy expansion. So to not include anything like that with the figures is kind of a bummer, but Can of Beams has me covered. I'm getting literal effects that look right out of the anime from Can of Beams. So there's ways to go about it, but it would be nice if SH Figure Arts stepped up.
I find it like I don't own any SH Figure Arts figures, but are they typically pretty like lacking with the accessories, or is that like a newer thing?
No, it seems to be, it depends, because some of their older Marvel property figures have a lot of really cool effects and they come with a lot of pack-ins. And to be fair, the figures do come with a lot of hands and heads, like faceplates. They just don't come with energy effects or like power effects of any kind.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. They're not as bare bones as Black Series with no hands, no heads.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, because Black Series you get nothing. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's out there. Hey, I'm super late. Imagine that. Imagine that, Justin. Okay, all right. John, you said you had some weeb shit. What's that about?
Well, I'll let Alexi choose which I go with first, my Mcfarlane pickup or my weeb shit pickup.
Oh.
I want to see. Let's start with the bad news. What'd you get from Mcfarlane?
Okay. I got the Superpowers T-Craft from the Superman movie. For me, I just want to like take this apart and paint it and repurpose it as something else entirely. But what a piece of shit toy this is. Like, even by Mcfarlane's very low standards, this thing is absolute trash. Like, it opens, that's how you open it. And then you just have to kind of like shove the figure back in there and get his legs into this little clip inside. Like, it's real bad.
This is from the newest movie, the newest T-Craft?
Yes, but in the Superpowers scale.
Okay.
Which even that it's too small for, but like it's real bad. Oh my God.
Wow.
And then, and don't even ask me what weeb shit this is from, because I don't remember. Just with all the different stuff that I've been getting, it's just like another background character to throw into that. The wings reminded me of like things that like people used to wear to raves in the 90s and stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
This is the first Bandai thing I've bought in almost 15 years, and my first SHF thing at all. So
okay,
but like it's nice. Like even with the heels, like it stands perfectly. Like there are no like I can just like thunk her on the head when she's standing, and she will not fall over. I think someone should show that to someone at Hasbro.
What kind of accessories did she come with?
She has a bow and then a bunch of hands and faceplates.
There you go.
And there were two different ones from the same thing. But like one of them like really had like the anime girl eyes and stuff, where this one fits like a design wise a little more closely with the the Lucy that I got from Cyberpunk. So yeah, it was a little closer to that than the other one was. It would fit a little bit more with the aesthetic of the characters and figures that I've been buying.
Nice. Where'd you order it from?
Big Bad Toy Store. Had it on sale. It's usually like $75, and they had it marked down to 50 something. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that. That's fine.
Sick. Was that on one of their daily sales, or just like a regular sale?
Yep.
A daily.
I had never heard of it, didn't know what it was, but I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Sure. I've been really enjoying just getting random things. So.
Yeah.
And I also got the Punisher from Born Again, which is such a nice figure.
It is, right? Like, yeah.
But someone sculpted this really nice Glock with this extended magazine, and for a company that's so bad about hitting things with paint, they painted the magazine gray on this pistol, and then the magazines on his that he's got on his gear are painted gray too. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Hasbro did that?
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know if it looked like that in the show. Like, I would have to go back, but it was surprising. And I'm not real fond of that. But overall, the figure's real nice, though.
Yeah,
And to
interesting choice.
Professor Soundwaves, I will not be getting anything figures, don't worry. I just want to like take this thing apart and paint it and make it into something else.
Alexi, anything that you want to show off?
I did I posted a reel for these bad boys, but this is also part of the display that I'm building. But these are the corners that I got from High School Creations and Wall XD. So I'm working on this right now. You know, there's a bunch of bricks that you can put figures onto to clasp on. I think I'm working on, let me see. I'll show you show you the Doctor Strange pose that I'm working on here. So this is a Can of Beams adapter or like base that works with a Mafex stand. And then the stand adapter plugs into the Wall XD brick. So you can, I'll be having,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I have Doctor Strange. This is the Mezco New York Comic Con Doctor Strange. So I'm doing a display of like 2 stories. I'll have a bunch of figures, Spider-Man crawling on here, characters, you know, like flying around it and stuff like that. So that's why I have a pile of figures here that I need to actually put up.
Gonna have to rush to 3D print you some stuff to go on the sidewalk and everything.
Yeah.
These look so good. I every time I see it, but so because these are from High School Creations, or yeah. How does like their ordering process work? Because it seems like sometimes they have limited run stuff, and then they have like widely available.
To be perfectly honest with you, I ordered this probably 2 years ago.
Okay,
so you got to set it and forget it pretty much. And I think you might be able to see the wall.
Was that through a Kickstarter, Alexi, or just like placing?
Originally, it was, yeah. So I have the 2-story wall up here, and that's going to be the same thing. It has like little brick outlets that you can plug a foot peg, or like a foot slot can peg onto, stuff like that. But I got the 2 walls first, and then almost a year later, the corners came in. So it is a long process, but it is really cool when you actually get this stuff.
But these are injection molded, though, right? Like this is not 3D printed. This is something that he had produced in a factory, correct?
Yeah, he did. These are factory produced, so that's the back side of it. It's all plastic, and you can see where some of the pieces pop off like that. So they all kind of, I don't know what the word would be. They have fittings. I don't want to say they Lego together, but you can see where they're connected here and here.
I would imagine now that he has tooling done, it's not a 2-year wait for orders that you place now.
Yeah, I think his castle stuff, once it gets funded, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get funded. This stuff it's sturdy too, modular. Yeah. Once the castle's funded, I think it's all going to come out much quicker. And again, he's doing this stuff all in U.S. factories, so I don't know if that means it takes longer because they're less efficient than a factory in Asia, or if it means it's shorter because it's already here in the U.S.
I mean, considering it's different engineering, like it's not action figure articulation. I would say once the factory has done one thing and kind of knows like how the modularity of it works, it probably won't take longer doing it in the US, but it may have the first time though.
Right.
Yeah.
Like once they've gotten the kinks out, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a Spider-Man, like plugs right into the peg.
Yeah. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like it.
Highly recommend. I mean, they're not like super cheap, but they're definitely worth it.
Right. Let's see. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't have anything yet. I'm sure this weekend will be a different story, but I showed this off on Collecting Justified on Saturday, but we always I guess we don't have to, but I like to shout out Prime every now and then, when we're not talking
I've never heard of him
about it. But I did get a vending machine and an arcade machine in, so if you watched any of the latest videos, I did swap out the arcade machine that was in the back there for Primes, which was the Punisher arcade game. So they look great. The vending machines are very cool. So again, just
and you can put a light in that to make the front light up, right?
You can see. So it has a slide open in the back. You can put a light in there, it'll light up, give you
that's real nice.
Yeah, super nice touch. So Prime to the first. He's got them available on his site there. So if you're into that kind of thing, I would definitely recommend it. It's very cool stuff. So.
I've seen a couple of custom ones that he's done for people, and that is intriguing to me.
Yeah. Custom stuff would be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look into that, but.
he used to do I forgot what it was called, budget dios, I think he called them.
Yeah.
And the sets were like $50 to $75, and he did like a limited run of several different ones, and I bought a few of them.
Isn't that what like David's has one of those, like an older one?
I don't know.
I don't know. But you have.
Yeah. Trying to think if I can grab it. He does good work. I mean, regardless of if it's just a vending machine or if he's doing like a street scene or brick or something, like very creative guy. I mean, he's a total weirdo, so like they're always really creative,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Later, Z-Man. I know it's late there. We just had the time change, so it was already late before, but now the show starts at midnight for you guys. So.
Oh, geez. Thanks for hanging out, Z-Man. You're the best agent we've got.
That's right. Appreciate it, Z-Man. And I'll give you a little outro.
Z-Man, secret agent night owl.
There you go, Z-Man. So how about some news?
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh.
I have a question. Are you guys watching Welcome to Derry since you're horror fans?
I haven't started. I'm conflicted with the, I guess, Skarsgård era of it and Pennywise and such. I like the first movie. I feel like they didn't need to make a second movie, and I'm interested in this though because this is a prequel, right? Prequel series.
Yeah. So this series, each season is going to be leading up to the movie. So the season right now is you remember Will Hanlon? He was the kid where they got the sheep gun from. He was the farm kid.
Yes, farm kid. Yes.
Yeah. So this season deals with Will Hanlon, and he mentioned like his grandfather. Like in the movie, he was like, my grandfather said this, blah, blah, blah. So in this season, his grandfather is one of the kids. So each season will be a previous visit of the it creature to Derry. And as the seasons move forward, time goes backwards.
Okay. So see, like the concept there is cool, and I kind of like that. So
yeah, it's fun.
I have not.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I haven't seen the second movie because of how long it is. I just don't think that's not really the length I look for in a horror movie. So I just haven't got to. It's a bit too much Pennywise for me. Like I'd like to move it on a little at a quicker pace.
Yeah. Just to address a couple things in the chat. Greg Trejo, it's crazy, and they just be taking them kids out left and right. Yes, the first episode is crazy. It's like Game of Thrones level of like, weren't they a main character? And then Z-Man, isn't Dick Halloran in this show? Dick Halloran is in the show. Dick Halloran is one of the characters, already an adult, not one of the kids. But if you're not a Stephen King familiar, Dick Halloran is also the old man from The Shining that tells the son what The Shining is. So it's got connections all over the Stephen King universe. It's pretty dope. Yeah, it's a fun show, and I'm not really a huge horror fan, but the show is scary. Like, you know, it has its tension and scary moments, like good horror, not just like gory, like we talked about Terrifier last week.
Right. Yeah.
But it's got like good suspense. And I asked, since you guys are horror fans, and I'm not even a huge horror fan, but I'm liking the show.
I may try the show out. I'm way more likely to do that than I am to watch that second movie. This, you know, I've heard different things about it. Like people like, the story's really good, but like there's a noticeable lack of budget relative to the movies. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's to be expected for TV, even HBO.
Yeah.
But it is HBO, so I don't think it would just like look like a CW show or something.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It doesn't look like a CW show. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Yeah. No Grant Gustin. I am the it.
No, but while we're talking about have you seen things, I will ask if either of you have seen the movie Space Sweepers on Netflix.
Space Sweepers.
It is, and this is an older movie. It's from 2021, and I had just not paid any attention to it. It's a Korean film, but it's mostly spoken in Korean. But there are also characters who speak English and French, and like everyone, it's like 70 years in the future, I guess, and like people from their countries speak their own languages, like people actually would, instead of everyone just speaking English. I watched it last night, and the Netflix algorithm had done a terrible job of not recommending this to me because it was one of the best sci-fi movies I've seen in years. It was really, really good.
Oh no! Well, the Netflix algorithm is crazy. I have, if I can find this picture, I'll send it to both of you after this. But I had watched Children of the Corn, and it recommended me The Breakfast Club. And I mean, I love The Breakfast Club, but I was like, because you like Children of the Corn, try The Breakfast Club.
These were both from the 80s. That's the connection.
And I guess I need corn to make cornflakes breakfast.
Yeah, no, Amazon Prime Video only recommends horror movies to me because those are the only movies we ever watch on it, because they just never have movies we're interested in. But every October, there's a bunch of 80s, 90s horror on there for us to watch. So all year, it's just like, you're the biggest horror fan we know. That's all we're going to recommend to you.
That's what we have for you.
But yeah, Space Sweepers. If
Space Sweepers,
honestly, it has a real like Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it, but no aliens. Like it's all like humans and robots.
That's not the Russo brothers one, is it?
It is not. No. This is actually like a Korean production, and probably the only person you will recognize in it is Richard Armitage.
Oh, okay. I do know Richard Armitage. Dick Armitage. JBTM in the chat. First Avengers Doomsday trailer will be released when the new Avatar movie comes out. We did mention that earlier, and we also mentioned that we would not be paying for that ticket. We're using a free ticket just to see the trailer.
That's right. Not we as in Alexi and I, but the collective we. No. Also, that's not true either.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I found this picture. So here we go. Bring this up.
Is this for Sweepers?
No, this is my Children of the Corn Breakfast Club recommendation.
Gotcha.
I can learn how to use it.
I see Rich is in the chat talking about how much he loves me. I love you too, Rich.
Oh, is that Korean for?
That's Korean for I love John.
I'm sure that's exactly what it is, right?
It's exactly what that says.
It's got to be.
So Zion asking about weapons.
Yeah, just watched Weapons last week, and it was like the surprise of the year for me as far as horror movies go. I loved it.
Stephen King's Children of the
Oh,
Corn.
I guess it was
you
the
watched
opposite.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it was the other way around. But that's right.
That's even weirder.
See, I'm telling you.
Huh. All right.
Odd how that works. There's a connection somewhere other than the 80s, but maybe not. All right. Let's see. Now, you guys ready for some news?
Yes.
Yes.
What recent pickups that's not toy related? Well,
just picked up a bottle of wine from the floor here.
there you go. All right.
I bought a $250 jacket spontaneously last week, just when I thought I was having an inexpensive couple of weeks. So
There you go. Just really throw a wrench into it.
Yep.
Kind of jacket.
It's a Psycho Bunny bomber jacket.
Nice.
They like rotate out styles pretty frequently, and I walked in not expecting to see anything, but they had this like purple bomber jacket that I just couldn't leave without. So
Purple, nice.
Let's hit that news, though.
Hit us with
everybody.
that sweet, sweet news.
All right. Many of you out there may have received an email from Big Bad Toy Store this week regretting to inform you that any outstanding orders that you had from Diamond Select Toys have officially been canceled. So if you're waiting for a Nihilus, you can go fuck yourself. That is basically what they told us. All right. So, yeah, I got this email earlier in the week. I saw a lot of people posting that they also received this email. We have been talking for months about Diamond Select and the process of them, bankrupting, being sold, et cetera, et cetera. This we all felt was imminent, but just, I guess, holding out hope that maybe they'll still deliver those last few figures. So they had Archangel, Annihilus, War Machine, some others, but let's be honest, Annihilus was one that a lot of people were really hoping would come out, and it won't. So unless you have that older Annihilus Build-A-Figure, the wait continues for you. All right, so let's talk thoughts, where we are with Diamond and this whole thing.
Rich in the chat with the right attitude. I will remember you. Diamond will not remember you, Rich, because they're dead. This is disappointing. I also wanted that Annihilus. It was such a great price, great sculpt. I felt like Diamond Select as an action figure producer, or sorry, I guess like the quality of the products they were producing was on the rise. The War Machine looked really cool. The Archangel looked fantastic. The Annihilus looked really cool. I mean, these are all figures that we're not going to see, and they go into the bucket of like prototypes that would have been amazing that we'll never see actual production models of. I feel like they showed off Archangel and War Machine at a con or two, though.
Yeah, they were. I have pictures of them from last New York Comic-Con.
So they definitely exist.
Yeah, somebody. I mean, there are at least a few out there, right? Somebody's got these. Yeah.
So you might be able to obtain them for a pretty penny, but I'm disappointed. I'm guilty of admiring from afar, but not supporting them quite enough. I do have Marvel Select in my collection, like Titanium Man, and I had the horse, Asgardian horse. He's not an Asgardian, but Beta Ray Bill. I had their Beta Ray Bill.
So where are we going with this horse?
I had their Beta Ray Bill. I had their Titanium Man. I had their Hulk. So they did make good stuff, but I don't know. This feels like the first of maybe similar emails that we're going to see from companies that are not going to be able to survive in a climate like this.
Well, I mean, we knew after whatever Joel Weinshaker's company is called, bought Diamond, that everyone in the Diamond Select division had been laid off. Like that,
Yeah.
that was found out like within a week of the sale being finalized. So if there's no one there to work on them, they're not gonna be made. I was surprised it took this long for these pre-orders to be canceled.
Yes, same, right? It feels like it took forever. Amazon canceled my order a long time ago, but Big Bad was hanging out there. You know?
And it may just be like, it's been so chaotic. It may just be that no one told Big Bad Toy Store that these things were canceled.
Also, could be.
Yeah, yeah. I before DC, this is back in the before times, because this is before Mcfarlane got the contract. I had a pre-order for a DC Collectibles figure, and it was an animated series Batman at like Sure Thing Toys. And I had paid for the pre-order. You know, it wasn't that expensive, like $25 or something. So I paid for it, and then DC Collectibles went defunct, and all this news about McFarlane getting a license and everything was coming out. So I like emailed the site, and I was like, "Hey, are you guys still getting this figure that I pre-ordered?" And they were like, "Oh, no." It's like, were you gonna say anything? They're like, "Oh,
also no."
No." Yeah. So not a huge surprise. I'm sure this isn't, you know, like, I'm sure they don't have someone that's constantly following company toy news that's like, oh, we got to check up on these pre-orders now because this company looks like they're in trouble or something. So it was probably like a last minute thing, like, oh shit, we aren't doing those pre-orders. Tell someone.
Tell someone. Probably after the Whoosh debacle last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. Their skeletons. Like, yeah, we should probably start telling people about this stuff.
Yeah.
Rich does bring up a good point. It was Madeline Pryor's lack of underboob that killed Diamond Select from their Mini-Mates line. That's what happened. And Gregory Trejo. Yeah, Hasbro, let's made to order. I think people will be in for that for sure.
I would buy Annihilus.
Yeah, same. I'd absolutely be in for that.
I'm not even that big into those storylines, but it's such a unique looking character that I would want it in my display, you know?
Iconic Avengers villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if they don't have someone already working on a design for that, are they stupid?
I'm sure it's been designed, but like, you know, going any further in the stages past that, who knows? I'm sure they've got designs for lots of things that would piss us off if we knew about them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why have you fucking made this? Dwight's in the staff meeting, like, any new business? Any new business? Any new business that's not Dwight's? Time for my Annihilus design?
Exactly. But yeah, so time will tell. We'll wait. Annihilus, maybe you're out there. I do think the made to order is the right way to go for it. So be all right with that. A lot of people are upset about the mini mates, though. You know, I guess there was a good amount of fan base for those. I know some people in our group chats talk about those. Mike, I think, was a big fan of collecting the mini mates as well. Yeah. So those.
Did you guys have any mini mates?
No.
No, and the only Diamond Select figure I have is the Kid Loki that I have in my Legends display. That's because even though it's a different scale, I have the Thor that I think from the Allfather wave, who's real tall. So that Kid Loki scales really well next to him, and the designs kind of go together too. So
yeah,
wasn't the Kid Loki an accessory for something?
It was. Yeah, it's not articulated. It's just a hunk of plastic, But until I get a Kid Loki, that's my only option for it. So
fair enough.
And I love that Kieran Gillen run on Journey into Mystery. That's one of my favorite non-X-Men comic stories in anything Marvel ever.
Yeah. I thought about, because I'm downsizing, and I thought about getting rid of my Thor display, and I was like, nah, Thor's fun.
Yeah.
Now, if we could just get D Blake Makes to actually make a Thor logo sign, that would be great.
There you go.
Or Journey into Mystery. That would be cool too.
I'll talk to him, see what he does. You know, I asked him for some real Ghostbusters stuff, but he doesn't have that either. So
He has. I was just on his site today because I'm gonna put it in an order soon. That GD Spider-Man sign that I got for free. But he has Ghostbusters. He just doesn't have.
Yeah,
he has like the
symbol.
Yeah. So he's got the symbol, and then he's got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man symbol too.
I'm gonna bring that up just in case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about. So D Blake makes. He's got an Instagram. He's got a website. Makes these signs. They're really cool. He's got all kinds of them. I got one here as well. So you can see there. Yeah, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I would say if you're trying to get him to make something custom, remind him again after Legions Con.
Yeah.
Because anyone who has to make 3D products and set up at a convention, because that's what my wife did for years. Right now, his mind is in a million places.
For sure.
Yeah. He
Zion,
did have a lot of Fourth
tough
Horseman
gig.
stuff.
Yeah. Zion, to answer your question, they aren't heavy, and to get them to stick to the shelf, you have to apply some type of adhesive. So I use like a 3M double-sided tape thing.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to use some
Or
blue
Velcro.
tack.
Yeah, or blue tack. You got options.
Yeah. They're not heavy at all, though. They're acrylic. They're thin. They're lightweight. Do it.
Exactly. So for your other bit of news, this article was not written by Amy James, so I think we're safe to bring up the Toy Hall of Fame once more. But
I hope so.
This past Thursday, they did have their induction ceremony, so we know who has been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame this year. Spoiler alert, Snow did not make it this year. Always next year, Snow. Always next year. But Slime, just Slime in general, they keep it very broad for some of these things. So just the idea of Slime as a toy made it into the Hall of Fame. Battleship and Trivial Pursuit also made it into the Toy Hall of Fame this year. So
of those three games, what would you, gun to your head, it's game night, we got to play something.
Trivial
Slime,
Pursuit.
Trivial, or okay. Trivial. How about you, John? Battleship or Trivial?
I mean, if it's just two people, Battleship.
That's true. Two people playing Trivial Pursuit would not be very good.
Yeah, but if it's more people, you got to go with Trivial Pursuit. Otherwise, it's like back when you video games weren't online and you just had friends over and you had to wait your turn to play. Like you don't want to do that.
No.
We're adults. Who has time for that?
It's my turn.
Slime's more fun than Battleships.
It depends if you're playing drinking Battleships.
Yeah. I want to try to nominate Wet Lettuce for this next year.
I think it should be in there. I think it should be.
I think Snow will make it into the Hall of Fame after there's no more snow on the planet. And they'll be like, remember Snow? What a fun toy.
It was when people are nostalgic for Snow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Remember coffee and chocolate?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Slime starring Rihanna.
These will be on display there is a physical location. This place does exist. It's in Rochester, New York. If you are ever in the neighborhood and want to check it out, you'll be able to see Slime on display.
I'm never going to be in that neighborhood.
I don't know why you would be. And I don't know why I need to see Trivial Pursuit or Battleship on display. I think, both of those games in my house. So you can just look at them there, I guess.
I like the beginning of the article here. Slime, that gooey, sticky, and often handmade or homemade plaything. What are we talking about here?
You lost me. I think we
sticky, gooey, and homemade
slime. A little more spidery, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah. So get out there, folks. Grab your slime because slime's having its year right now.
Slime of a time.
Yeah, slime of a time.
And if you're in the Mustard City, visit the Toy Hall of Fame.
You get a hot dog, a little mustard, go to the Toy Hall of Fame. I don't know what else you can do in
Put a little
Rochester.
slime on there.
Put a little slime on there. Yeah.
Slime
slime that wiener up and get in there, you know.
Throw a little wet lettuce on it.
Throw a little wet lettuce in there. Sand. I don't think sand made the cut, James. People are pretty biased against sand, from what I hear.
The Hall of Fame is actually made of sand. It's very fickle.
Well, I mean, it's rough, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. Yeah.
Although, maybe like that kinetic sand, that might be in there.
Mm-hmm.
People like that stuff. That's fun. That's my news for you this week. So, one bad, one who cares, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, it was a slow week. So
it was. So this weekend we've got Legions Con coming up. A few things there. So they've got some. Last week we talked about the exclusives. So Mythic Legions will have some exclusives. Monster Force has that eraser.
Yep.
The
one that's completely clear, no other color added to the translucent plastic. Yeah. Have you gotten any Monster Force figures yet?
I haven't, but that's going to be the first one I get. So
okay.
I will go from there. And
Four Horsemen, they're supposed to like show a whole new wave of Mythic Legions at this show, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh. What's going on with Cosmic Legions? They've released everything they've shown, or
the most recent ones that had been up for pre-order are shipping out now.
Okay.
And have been since like October.
Can of Beams has a ton of accessories for their Cosmic stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about Cosmic Legions.
Yeah, I got a couple of the like energy shields for the Cosmic Legions figures.
Yeah, that's what I remember seeing. Nice.
Very good. Are you interested in picking up some Cosmic Legions, Alexi? Is that where you're going?
I don't think so. I don't have anything from Four Horsemen. What had the biggest chance of pulling me in was the Figure Obscura stuff. And then their horse stuff.
Obviously, for someone who is mostly interested in figures that are highly articulated, so somebody might have some issues with them, but the detail is fantastic, and they have enough articulation for me. So
yeah, they always look great. And that's been kind of my thing all along, is like for both Mythic and Cosmic Legions, like I love looking at the stuff. It's just not always a place for it in my collection, but they do put out some random, like the skeletons. I can add skeletons anywhere, so that kind of stuff is good. And then I did pick up a couple of the knights because I just wanted some knights in my collection. As a kid, like I always loved having like King Arthur figures and knights, and stuff like that. So,
yeah, unfortunately for me, the aesthetic in the Cosmic Legions, a lot of it isn't really what I'm interested in. Just like I think they're just influenced by things that aren't what necessarily appeal to me, and they still look great. But there are a few here and there that I'm just like, yeah, these are fun. The first ones I got, I had been looking at for a year or 2 years or whatever, trying to come up with an excuse to buy them. And then, like I said, I've just been buying random things, and I was like, now's a great time. Let me grab these.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm excited with your purchasing habits lately, John, because I get to hear firsthand about like all of the the stuff that's coming out that's I want to say it's like brand new, but it's like new from a company that hasn't been producing figures for years at a time. So like the Monster Force stuff I'm interested in hearing about, and same thing with like the newer Cosmic Legions and stuff. And to not have to buy them myself and still get to hear about them, that's even better.
There you go.
And I'm really looking forward to the sci-fi stuff that Boss Fight has coming out early in 2026. And you know that they're a company that historically had been doing 1/18 scale figures, and you know, having recently gotten into the scale that I have since moved to since they started, I'm glad to be able to pick up stuff from them again, and you know, and it fit in with other things that I'm collecting.
Yeah. That's, I think, like same with Alexi's point, just kind of like seeing from afar. Some of the stuff does like really lend itself to just whatever possibility, like the General Brown, right? That's the one. Yeah, like you can use that for any kind of stuff. So I like stuff that gives itself that sort of flexibility. You just need things to fill in spots. Yeah. So, and that's cool. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of this stuff in person, because that's really going to determine, you know, how or if I want to pick up any of this stuff.
Yeah,
so
seeing
that'll be cool.
the Four Horsemen booth at Joe Fest last year and seeing stuff in person really for the first time was like, it got me even more interested in the Cosmic Legion side of it. And then this year, like I've only bought a few, you know, just a handful. Like I said, some of it doesn't necessarily have the aesthetic that I'm looking for, but the ones that I've gotten, I love. So
yeah, that's cool.
And I'm at a point now with Black Series and Legends and Classified that I have most of the characters I care about having. And you know, there's going to be the legend here and there that I'm like, yes, I definitely want that. This is a new character. Like I just got in Deathbird. Love this Deathbird figure. The Gladiator is not something that I would have paid to upgrade the old one. Like it's an upgrade, but it's a slight upgrade. But the Deathbird is real nice, and I was able to sell the old Gladiator, so you know it worked out. And there's, you know, a couple other things that I have on order, but I've slowed down so much on all of these Hasbro lines that I collect, and it's fun to just be like, I just want this because it looks fun and it's fun to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a concept! Who collects toys for that?
Who enjoys this hobby? That's what I want to know. You know?
It's about putting down others, John. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck Justin, but
okay, yeah.
That's more like it. That's a spirit.
I'd say that's justified.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
But yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. Unless you got anything else, we're coming in under 2 hours. It's interesting.
Efficient.
This is how weekly streams are supposed to be.
That's the idea. Now I understand. Not just pure chaos. I got it. Okay. Well, let's do it then. Let's go around and you know, I'll give you the floor. The floor is yours for the moment. And that's a weird way to do the display.
That was uncomfortable. Compulsive Collector. And watch Space Sweepers on Netflix. You got to put your phone down so you can read the subtitles, but it'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it. 2 hours of your time.
Yep.
What can I say? You know me. Your boy's got toys. You can find me by that name on Instagram, or you can find me here every Free Year's Day for the Encounter Culture Recap. And then you can find me on Saturdays at Justin Collects. This week, we're doing something kind of fun. It's not because we're out of ideas. It's because we want to bring channel members on and, you know, check in, see how everyone's doing, what they're collecting, what they're looking forward to for the holiday season, and what pickups they're dropping off and what pickups they're pre-ordering up. Other than that, there was another thing I was going to say. And it is Legends in Liquor. If you are a Legends in Liquor member, and you're interested in doing the US version of Secret Santa, then please reach out to me because we are going to start getting the ball rolling along with Kurt K, NJ Devils fan. I will be running things mostly this year because who knew that herding a bunch of toy collectors together is kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to help out NJ Devs fan. And if you're interested, reach out to me. We're going to start getting everything generated. It's going to be a great time. Last year, I got CT Toys Brown Suit Wolverine, which I still have right here on my shelf. And I also got some battle droids, which are in my detail off camera. So check it out. If you're not a member of Legends in Liquor, check that out and hit me up. We're going to have a Merry Christmas.
Tell you now, or do I also need to message you?
You'll need to message me unless you'd like to put your email on YouTube for everyone to have. And we'll also need the last 4 of your social for that as well.
Oh, okay.
All right. You can find me here. This is my channel. That's, I guess, a good place to start, right? If you're looking elsewhere, though, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, Facebook, I did create a TikTok account yesterday so I could follow Lorenz and his antics. So there you go. John's out there too, so he doesn't tell you where to find him, but he's there. So I'm gonna see what that's about. I don't know what the kids are doing these days. Gonna check it out. So I'm all over the place. 6'7". If you would like to take a moment to hit that like and subscribe, feel free to do it. Also, as Rich did today, you could join a cult. That's always on the table. So a shout out to the channel members. I just want to say thank you, for doing that and joining a cult. It seems like we're all not using our best judgment, but I appreciate it. And Rich, thank you for being the newest member. Of course, this is the recap, your inconsistent show about the consistent flow of toy news and information. If I'm not here on Saturdays, I am over on Collecting Justified. This week, I likely will not be on because I will be at Legions Con. So if you're out at Legions Con this weekend, come find me. Say hello. I will be there walking around, probably spending money, having a drink in hand to help me spend that money. So that's right. So just bad decisions all weekend. But Legions Con should be a good time. I do appreciate everybody for dropping in. Next week, let's see. We've done 3 Thursdays in a row. I don't know if it'll be Friday next week, but let's try to make it Friday. It'll probably be Thursday. So I guess we'll find out. That's why it's inconsistent, and we like to keep it that way. All right, but until next time, take it easy.
I hate goodbyes.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
And we're out.